Hello. At the 22nd of January, I decided that I want to give myself a little challenge, or let's say just a new focus, because for the next 30 days I wanted to complete or finish off my Stolen Empire army. It is going to be an army that I mix of old Games Workshop sculpts and also 3D printed sculpts, primarily from Highland Miniatures. Anyways, before I start up, it's important for me to note that I already have finished some miniatures before I started this project in the army. As some of you may know from watching previous videos, I already painted up some Stirlanders, which is also why these miniatures also are going to be painted up in the Stirland theme, so I can use them together. So first of all, I put the miniatures into Chitterbox, got them printed, washed and cured up. As with the rest of the miniatures from Highland Miniatures that I print up, I scale them down to 88% in order for them to resemble as much as possible in height, etc. The spearmen from the Empire and Orcs Starter Box 6th edition from Games Workshop. Afterwards, it was time to glue the things together, and I started off collecting my steam tank. It's a really awesome print and I highly recommend it. Unfortunately, my prints had some parts of warping issues, which make the gluing together process a bit hard, which meant that in the end my steam tank ended up a bit asymmetrical, but I still think it was like, okay, it was fine, so I just continued with the rest of the miniatures. And beside the printed up models, I also want to finish some knights that I had laying around from the 6th edition, and maybe also some more spearmen that I bought really cheap. Then basically I just started up gluing all the rest of the army together. This was a real time consumer for me. I find that gluing resin parts together is way harder than gluing the ordinary plastic from Games Workshop together. So oftentimes I use a tiny bit of green stuff in order to make it way easier and smoother for me to glue the parts together. After gluing everything up, they look like this. I'm really pleased with the result, beside the steam tank as I mentioned, and really glad that they come with such good supports from Highland Miniatures, so it's pretty much just plug and play in order to print them up. Then I sprayed up the miniatures with the generic white from Green Stuff World. I apologize for the lighting, but at this point it was already getting really dark. After they dried up, here are the results. I tried to have a picture of each of the units from Games Workshop so you can compare the models. First off, we have some nice flagellants. I printed up way too many of these, so we'll see how many I end up painting. Then we have a rocket battery. I'm not necessarily going to be using the rocket battery in the battles myself, but I just thought this was way too cool a model not to print. Then we have a Militz units. I do actually have some of the same miniatures from Games Workshop, and I also think they are cool, but I just thought these could be fun to print up and paint as well. And then of course the renown unit of the Stirland, the Death Jacks. Of course I had to print up some of these as well. And then the steam tank. I should probably be printing up a new steam tank. Maybe I'll do that at some point. As you can see, it's also quite too open in the front. But I mean, I just go with this for now. And here's a filler for the flagellants. And last but not least, we have the demigryphs, which I think look pretty much similar to the Games Workshop ones. And yeah, they're just really awesome prints and easy to print up. So I'm really looking forward to painting these up. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, I hope to see you again in the next one.